Nope.
I see myself on here.
I can see the delay.
Do I see multiple hoops?
Yeah.
Voila! No, maybe? Yeah, it was a second.
Yes.
What is it doing? Oh, goodness. Okay. Maybe I'll just have to leave and come back.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. There we go. Did I get it now? What? I think so.
Yep.
Okay. My goodness. I swear. I hate computers. All right. Well, I guess before I do that, do you guys have any, like, beginner tricks you want to share real quick before I was just going to do the wedgie because I had a couple of my friends here recently say they're having a really hard time getting it to kick up, so I was going to show what I know about it. But do you guys have any beginner tricks you want to show?
No.
No.
Not really.
Okay.
Not right this second.
Okay, so for the wedgie, with like any leg trick, I always suggest getting some shorts on, but I'm in my garage and it's like 20 degrees out right now, so I'm going to do the best I can. But you're going to take the hoop and you're going to hold it right out to the side. And you're going to take your foot and push it in and bring it back out through the back. So it is looped around your foot like that. And the most important thing here is to keep a lot of tension in between your thighs where the hoop is coming out through the back. If you lose that tension, it's not going to come back up, and you're actually going to be kind of doing like a leg break. So keep really a tight squeeze on your thighs, and you're going to kick up with your leg. Oh,
I'm just laughing at the dog, that's all.
Yeah, she hates my hoop too. I've been trying to like get her to jump through it. She's not down for that, huh? That is a princess puppy. I don't perform, huh? And like I said, if you lose the tension in between your legs, what's up, baby? Go this way. So there's when we keep it nice and tight. It's going to keep going, and you're literally just crisscrossing your knees, bringing the left and the right opposite. Oh my goodness, I'm having such a hard time talking. Making them opposite of each other. If you lose that tension, you're going to be doing what is a knee. Rachel Lust taught it as a knee break. I don't think that's what it's called, but where it's going to go on a horizontal plane, which is really fun to do if you're trying to get into one-legged hooping. You can keep it on that horizontal plane and then try to kick it and bring your leg up. But if that starts to happen, what you're going to want to do, when it's kind of slipped down, you're going to want to take your knee as you're bringing it over and give a real sharp kick up, and that's going to bring it back up into the wedgie position if you keep the tension between your legs. And then recently I've been trying to do the continuous wedgie. So the way you can do that, like starting from an escalator position, where that's the way it is just on your foot, if you're going to kick it up into an escalator, is you're actually going to fold it behind you. And as you do that, you're going to slip your other leg in and push it down. And now you're in a position to do a wedgie. That one's a little harder to do, but I've been trying to practice it. And then one more of like a fun hand trick I've been studying a little bit more, and some of the dance practice that I've been trying to look at, and I've been studying a lot of different choreography techniques. And I'll actually share that in the link below of this broadcast, some of the different aspects of choreography. One thing I really liked in this article I read was it said you should never describe a dance as just full of energy, because energy means so many different things. Even stillness is an energy in that sense. And so the article just broke down really good different, like, clear emotions that you're trying to portray in your dance. This helped me a lot, so I will link that in the bottom of this here in a little bit. But in exploring all that, I was doing, I call it like a snake hoop. I don't really know what it is, but it's basically where you're just doing this with your arms. So as you bring your hoop up, you keep your wrist straight as your hands all the way up. And as it goes down, you're going to let it kind of curl under your wrist and bring it down again. So it looks like it's just kind of gliding on the under part of your arm. And we're going to do the same thing, like mirroring our arms, because I mean, that just doesn't look very cool on its own. But when you opposite your arms, you kind of get like this snake charmer pose that's really fun to play with. And then I've also been doing a lot of like hinging. I think I've heard them called fishtails before, where you slowly just bring the hoop out and back. So again, the same thing, keeping that extra hand really fun, and pretending there's like a little string connected to it. So you're going to push the hoop with your imaginary string over to the side, and you're going to pull it back with your imaginary string to the side. I don't know if you guys were on when I said technique. I've been trying to take aspects of other flow toys and put them in together. And so I had seen a really fun box trick, and I used that as my inspiration there. Okay, so those are the few beginner tricks. I don't like describing them because there's a million channels out there that always talk about how to do some really awesome ones, but I try to share a few new ones that I know. So I was going to do a couple little combinations that I've been putting together. I'm super obsessed with 3D chest rolls. Again, I'm not really sure the names of everything, but that's what I've heard it. Where you're rolling it more on a vertical plane across your chest than horizontal. And I practiced it. I couldn't understand how it worked for the longest time. So when I practiced it, I just start with my hoop in my hand down like this. And I don't even let go when I was practicing. I just roll it up and switch it to this hand. And I did the same on the other side. Roll it up and switch. And when you get kind of comfortable with that, you can kind of pull your arms further and further apart. Leaning back kind of helps give it like a shelf to rest on while you're doing that like kind of hand switch. So this first one that I've been starting with, we're going to do the 3D roll. As it comes into this hand, we're going to do a mandala. And as it comes out to the other side here, we're going to stop it, and we're going to do that hinge forward. And I really kind of like to pretend like I'm smacking the hoop when I hinge it this way. It's like it's a little high energy song. So as it comes back around, smack it real hard. And then we're going to do a body wrap. So we're going to twist, get that other arm prepared to catch, really put it as far over to the side as you can. And as you do the body twist or the body wrap, you're going to kind of like twist your body fast that way. I just kind of thought you were supposed to be able just to put it there. It's going to fall into the right hand. This is also like a small hoop. This is a 26-inch. It might work a little better with my bigger one, but this is my one that I flow with mostly right now. So as that hand's blading to the side, you're going to give your body a little twist to grab it. And when you're going in flow, you don't notice it kind of slow. You see that dramatic movement, but when you're going in your flow, you're not going to see it. So in a short combo, we went 3D chest roll, mandala, out to the side, fishtail, smack it back, and then we're going to come back and body wrap. Another one I've really been enjoying is, again, I hate that I don't know names. It's a Pac-Man drop into kind of like a twisted chest back roll. So it's in my left hand, which if you're right-handed, it's easier to start with a drop in your left hand since you're going to toss with your right. We're going to drop from the left to the right. When it's in your right, you're going to kind of turn and toss it over your shoulder. Try that one more time. So drop, toss. From here, I usually catch it. I try to catch it with my hand. Never works. So my wrist usually catches it. So when I do that, I try to fold it. So as it's right here, I'll jerk it up and to the side so it gets into my hand. And then I like to go into, like, again, a cat eye or linear isolation. Let me move a little closer. So my hand is like this, and in order to get it into the position for the cat eye linear, I'm going to let go, and I'm going to let it rotate on this finger for a second so I can get the rest of my fingers in for my grip. So Just kind of like a four-finger thumb exchange really quick to get it into media isolation or cat eye. It goes, I think that's the cat eye that goes up. But let me see, one more combo that I've really been enjoying recently is, let me get down a little lower for this one. So I've been doing the trick kind of like a bus wheel where you just rotate it like this. But I found it was really fun. If you use your thumbs instead of like your whole hand, you can rotate the hoop as you're doing it. So you can kind of create like a gyroscope motion out of it. So I go from that. I'll lean back as I'm doing it, so that way you can pull down into backwards jump. It sounds really easy, but I swear every time I do it, I love it. And you can go from a lot of positions from here, even into like the drop into the wedgie, which is a really fun one. I'm not sure if you've seen that one. Now I'll do that one really quick.
Yeah. I tried to learn it in hoop class that I was doing a few weeks ago, but I never got it.
You were doing what?
The one you just did, drop into a wedgie. We did it in hoop class, but I never got it.
Some girl just came up to me at flow camp and showed me, and this is my 30-inch, so this one looks better, obviously, than the smaller one. But the way she just did it was putting your hand on your lower back and dropping it. And then right there, again, I have pants on, so it doesn't really work, but I always usually anyway kind of just put my hand right here and guide the hoop over. One thing I've been really having fun with, I've been trying to do some head moving, and so I usually started in my head, and I've been trying to get it where it would smoothly just drop and fold. But for some reason, it never wants to fall exactly where I want it to fall. Okay, so here's a couple things. I'm going to do a few more here in a second, but I really did want to share a few of these articles because I found them really helpful. In the past month or so, I feel like it's really helped me kind of expand some things. So hopefully you can find it useful. If nothing else, it's a good read. Let me see what we got here. The first one I found, which I couldn't pull back up just yet, but I will get to after this is done. There was actually someone who went through a very specific algorithm to post a yearly calendar of the best and worst days to post on Facebook. Along with the stuff we're getting ready to talk about now, that's really helped boost like my views and communicating on Facebook. So again, not that that's what everyone's hoop journey is about, but that's where I'm trying to go with mine. So this one article, again, I'll post it down there, but some of it was the best times from Fast Company, best and worst times to post on social media. And kind of a quick overview is, they said Facebook between 1 to 4 results in the highest average click-through. I'm probably just going to cover Facebook because you can go back through. They also have Twitter and LinkedIn on this one too. They also said the highest peak point is Wednesdays at 3 o'clock on Facebook. And the worst time on Facebook is weekends before 8 a.m. or 8 p.m., which makes sense. Some of the articles that I have read say it in kind of a silly way, but they say the more bored people are at work, the more your videos are going to be seen. So on the weekends, no one really is going to see them because everyone's kind of busy doing their own thing. And during the beginning of the week, we're usually busy back at work, so we're not really on our phones as much like we are on Wednesday when we want to be out of work. So again, that's been like super helpful. I've really noticed a huge improvement in interaction on my Facebook posts when I do those. Another thing they say is photos generate over 50% more engagement.
Yeah, there's kind of a time commitment thing. It's why I keep a lot of my videos short. Is I look at some like 4-minute video, I think, and I don't really want to see it for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I know it's not a long time. It's like sort of like every video on Hoop Lovers looks kind of interesting, but if I watched all of them, it'd be like 24 hours in a row.
Yeah, exactly. That was one thing I've seen on here too is, which I'll post all these different articles, but they talked about overposting in groups and on your own personal Facebook, which is hard because I don't post on my performance page at all, and I really should focus on directing that traffic to the performance page versus my own page. One of these articles mentioned that if you have a post that isn't getting a lot of views or comments and likes instantly, you should try to delete it because Facebook's algorithm actually will pick that up over time and shove your post down further in the newsfeed. Wow. So eventually you'll be like irrelevant on Facebook if you're not getting a lot of. I'm not necessarily like I don't ever delete mine, but I have been a lot more cautious on. I know at 12 o'clock at night when I'm looking at my videos, no one's going to like it. So maybe I'll edit it and save it for tomorrow during lunch, and I'll post it then. Let's see, what else do they have on here that's interesting? They also talked about Pinterest, Tumblr, and Google+, which I don't really use any of those very much, but they have another little infograph on the best times to do that. 55% of Pinterest users have engaged with retailers and brands using Pinterest, compared to only 49% on Facebook. Interesting to know. This article from Forbes was the one that I got that said if you notice that within the first few minutes you're not getting a lot of views or interaction on your post, that you should delete it. Again, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but it also says, you know, to paste your post. This guy says specifically he only posts twice a day, which I'm really guilty of doing that way worse, but...
Yeah, I have a one-a-day rule. Don't know if you've noticed that.
You have, and I think it's funny because I always see your videos, too. Like, I have friends that post 1 million videos a day, and I never see them on my feed, but I always see when your videos pop up. Here. I'm trying to see if I can find that one. So, Martin, do you have a YouTube?
Yeah.
Do you monetize your videos on there?
Say that again, sorry.
Do you monetize your videos? Like, do you make money off your videos on YouTube?
Oh, no.
Did you know you can?
A bit. A little bit, yeah.
That's one reason I've been trying to get this going, and even in Hoop Dance Boot Camp, that's why I started like the actual group YouTube for everyone to make money. And I actually was just talking to Allie Williams about this because she didn't know that she could monetize her videos on there. And I've been doing it for like 8 months. I haven't made that much money off of it, but I'm slowly understanding what it takes to like grow followers and users on there. But yeah, anytime you upload a video on YouTube, you can monetize it as long as there's no copyrighted work. And you can even do copyrighted work if you give the rights to the person in the video. With music, you know, that's really hard to do sometimes because a lot of different people could own the rights to it. But that's how, like, gaming videos and stuff like that, all those people are making money off their videos by doing that. So you can monetize them. And I think that's something that's, like, a lot of Hoopers don't utilize anymore. Everyone's posting on Facebook, but especially, like, tutorials and stuff are really great to put on there. That's all your original work. A few times I've had different hooping websites pick up my tutorials and post it on there. So it's kind of just, like, generating revenue just sitting there for a few minutes worth of work, which I'm really happy with. I like easy money. I was trying to see if I could figure out that one website that was talking about it a little bit better, but and the thing too, if you join up with YouTube and become, they call it like the partnership where you start monetizing your videos, there's actually a lot of different websites that will partner up with you. And if you have the type of content that they are looking for and the type of fan base that they're trying to reach, they'll actually push your page for you. You just sign up with them and they put extra ads into your videos, but they will spend extra time actually kind of searching and pushing that video in the right genres that it's supposed to be. So if you really, you know, set it up the right way and you do your research, it's really an easy way to make money on it. In fact, I think that's what I was going to look up too. Biggest YouTube star. Because it's insane. There's millionaires from it. I'm not trying to be a millionaire. If I can make $20 a month, I'd be happy.
Yeah, it's funny.
And the good thing is, too, you don't just make money off of ads. If you get a lot of followers, if they click on those ads and buy something through that, through your video, you get a percentage of that sale. Let's see, Business Insider. Let's see if it'll show us who's the richest YouTube star as of last year.
You want more?
Oh my goodness, this one, Evan Tube HD, made $1.32 million last year just from YouTube after they got their 45% cut.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it really is insane. I've been trying, which again, I'm trying to take my degree into marketing, so I really enjoy marketing, and I'm kind of using myself as like this little test subject for a lot of it. But I can really appreciate the algorithm, the SEOs that you have to really understand for your videos to be shown a lot. I'm trying to get to the #1 here. My computer's not liking this page. The next article, you can become a millionaire from YouTube, but you can still become poor. Seems like a good one. #1, PewDiePie. Oh my gosh, made $8.47 million last year from YouTube after they took their 45% cut.
What the hell was he posting?
Sounds familiar, actually.
A foul-mouthed Swedish video game commenter.
Huh?
Apparently he did well at whatever he did. I know video games are a really popular way to make a lot of cash because so many people want to know, you know, the cheats and the different, you know. I'm not a big video game player, so I can't get into that. But my daughter watches a lot of Minecraft ones.
Yeah.
Then give me a dance, goddammit.
Yeah, I'm just looking him or her up. I think it's supposed to be pronounced PewDiePie, as in cutie pie.
Let's see. There's other article. I did see the other day too that using emojis in your post actually result in like a 30% gain in interactions. No matter what you're posting, they just noticed that emojis seem to make people want to interact more.
No, it makes it more annoying as well.
I think I don't like them. I feel like I ignore them when I see them, but this one had a bunch of different graphs that even, it's what I'm trying to find right now. It actually even broke down, like, it said questions, you know, result in a lot of comments and interactions and stuff, but they actually broke down, like, what question words you use and how much more that affects you. Like, should was the #1 question word. And I just find stuff like that completely interesting, so I try experimenting with it every once in a while. I think that was it.
Are we going to try and do like a weekly hangout or something?
What was that?
Are we going to try and do like a weekly hangout? Because I couldn't make the last one on a Monday, could I?
Yeah, no, I've been trying to get them going weekly. I just kind of moved my schedule around. I started a new job this weekend, so, but I have Mondays free. And Kashmir was going to try to get to being here tonight because she was going to teach a couple of things, but it was kind of a last-minute thing. So I'm hoping next weekend to get a couple other hoopers that want to teach some tricks and kind of just make it like a group workshop that we can all just kind of exchange ideas and stuff. because I just don't. I live in a community where there is no hoopers. Like hooping's completely odd out here, so it's nice to be able to interact with some.
I live close enough to Rieni, but it's like 35 minutes away. So I don't really get. That's the only other hooper that I know besides my daughter, who started hooping this year. And matter of fact, I got to go pick up her another hoop. But that's it. There's nobody else hoops.
That's where all the meetups. Well, there's one on Monday nights, but it doesn't start till 9, and it's like 45 minutes away. And all the other ones are a good hour away from where I live, and it just never, I never have the time to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's no. There's no meetups here.
Really? Where do you live?
Atlanta.
There's no meetups. Wow.
Yeah, I've looked online for meetups, and the only one that happens every once in a while is Rieni. She might say, "Hey, we're gonna get together on Saturday," but it's like 30-some minutes away. I don't really get to go.
Yeah, I seem to be the exception. I have one like 10-minute walk away.
Oh,
is that the thing you do on Mondays, right?
Yeah, it's on a Monday. That's why I can't really make it because I'm always tired when I get home. It's Christmas now.
How long have you been going to the circus meetup on Mondays?
2010, I think.
Oh wow,
that's a long time.
Yeah, 2010.
And what did you start? You started with juggling.
Yeah.
And then you moved to hoops.
Yeah, I always really liked watching hooping. I was just never any good at it, and sort of one day it just sort of clicked.
Anna, how long have you been hooping?
Me? I've had a hoop for about a year and a half, but I've really only actually been hooping for about 9 months.
Do you play with any other props, or you just have your hoops?
No, just hoops. I made some poi.
Yeah.
But not really good at it yet. So, like, I'll fuck myself up very frequently.
When I went to flow camp, didn't have a set of poi, and so the first one I made was like just out of beans, and those got ruined because my daughter decided to dip them into her bathtub. So I got these like weighted balls that were 3 pounds, and I was like, okay, I know it's gonna be a little heavy, but I'll be okay. Within 10 minutes, I hit myself in the eye, and I was like, screw those.
I had got mine went to Toys R Us one time, and they had these little squishy light-up balls. And then I had recently went to a Bohemian shop, and I got these knee-high socks. And I was like, oh, these are awesome. But I couldn't fucking get them over my calves. So then they became toy socks.
I have like a sort of enough stuff to fill a couple of wardrobes, believe it or not.
Okay, so now I want to see some props.
I can't move the camera, unfortunately, but...
I wish my room looked that clean.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, damn, this room is so clean.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to show you guys my room.
Everything has its place.
I went upstairs. I brought my computer up there. I was like, oh, fuck that. I can't turn my camera on. I'm going downstairs.
Where am I? So close to see myself. I mean, yeah, you got like all of this and that's sort of.
Look at that.
There's a box of balls. These are balls I don't use anymore. So.
I saw a really big one. Do you do contact?
Cool.
A little bit, yeah, I do. I'm not any good. I never practice.
I really wanted to get one at Flow Camp. They were selling them for so cheap. I should have too, because I was really obsessed with what they were doing.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's something I should practice more, but I can't do everything. So.
What was that? There used to be a ball. What was it called? Yoshi ball, Yogi ball, or some shit. It was like a plastic, but it had like a metal ball on the inside. Do you remember?
I think what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I used to. Okay, so I got one of those, right? And I was like, oh, this looks like fun. It literally bounced off the bed, bounced onto my nightstand, and cracked my damn phone. I never.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I have to be careful. Like, I'm in my garage and I do a lot of my flowing, but I keep my computer and a big TV out here because we're staying in our basement right now, so I just kind of like being out here more than down there. And the other day I was playing with my staff after I changed the weight, and it went flying. And I almost saw the TV break. I was in slow motion, but it just missed it. I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's called a Fushigi ball.
Yes.
What is it called?
A Fushigi ball. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Pronounce it, but I think it's just a normal contact ball, but there are fire hazards because they're like glass. They focus the light, and you can set fire to something if it's sunny. So that's all they've done is they've filled in the sensors so you can't set fire to stuff.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that thing no more.
Martin, did you see that video of me trying to do the walking hoop thing?
You say what?
I tried. I was watching someone play with devil sticks, a video on YouTube, and so I was thinking, well, I wonder what I could do, hooping wise, to kind of. You ever seen that? Where people have 3 sticks and they kind of toss them back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried to do it with my hoops, and I'm trying to do this walking. See if I can do it. I still need to clean it up, but.
I only got one hand stick. Crying out loud.
So it's basically the same concept where I put the hoops on top of each other, but then I kind of give a little flick, and I'm trying to get it where it just keeps rotating. I have a video where I kept it up for a minute.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched that earlier today, actually on my drive home.
It's fun to play with, and it looks cool. I know it's got some fun potential there. I'm trying to get it where I go into this chest roll and go into it. Oh, sorry,
What are those called, Martin?
Yeah. So I do own a set. It's got a flower stick. It's basically a devil stick, but it's got more grip.
Oh.
But again, I never use them. So.
Martin, I think you have every flow toy invented.
There's probably some I don't have, but I don't have any koi actually. I sometimes borrow some, but they're kind of useful for loading weaves and things. So I haven't used these in a year actually. The chair's in the way, isn't it?
I'm determined to get this one eventually. I've been really trying to focus on double tricks. I do not seem to understand them, even though I've been playing with triple hoops, and I'm really loving that. I cannot figure out doubles for my life. So, Anna, if you could pick up any other flow prop, just to play with, what would you pick up?
Oh shit. I would think that I would, because I've seen a lot of poi. I like the way poi looks.
It is fun. I wish I understood. I think it's better than doubles. Like, I rather play with toy. I want to get a nicer, like, I mean, like a $60 pair or something. Because I know, like, I see some really cool. I like the contact stuff that people do with toy a lot. When I've seen them where they like throw it and then they'll let that top big ball roll up their arm and catch it again and all that crazy stuff.
That the contact seems like you have to be a lot more limber than I am.
I really want to play with a dragon staff really bad.
That's it. I don't have a staff.
I'll show you my little getup. Well, it was a lot nicer when I had the weight on it. I need to refix it because I took a little bit of weight off at the ends. So now it's too light for me. It goes too fast. But I've enjoyed it. I really like playing with it. And it cost like $10 to make. Like I think you're supposed to get like a heavier gauge tubing than I did. Because I just took like literally a mop handle and made it into a tube. But the weight on the ends of it are just used bicycle tires, which if you go to like an old bicycle shop, they give them to you for free.
Oh, so, the inner tube?
Yeah, yeah. And so you just cut them in half. Well, I only used one, and I cut it in half for mine because it's a real lightweight. I know a lot of people use like even wood dowels instead, but I wanted something that was light. And then, like, so I took weight off, but I cut it like some fringe and put it on the ends. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of people that played with contact staff were like, oh, you're messing it up, it's not doing it right. But I kind of thought it was like the dragon staff idea that kind of slowed the momentum down, and I really liked it. I got so many more tricks when I had the fringe on the end to kind of help. Because like right now, I'm like, it's going to come flying down to me if I try it, but...
Whoa.
It goes a lot faster, though, without that heavy momentum on the end. Oh, and then the grip tape, which this is like kind of a crappy one. I don't know if you can see it really well. But that was just $3 at the sports store. It's the tennis grip tape. Mm-hmm. And I still have like a couple extra feet laying around in case one of them come off. But that worked really good for giving it some extra like sponginess right there. The ones I tried at Flow Camp though felt a lot heavier than the one I made, but I swear I learned so much tricks on that when I had the weight down. This is the one I can't get. I like the ISO flowers and stuff when you have two hoops. I don't understand how you keep the upper arm moving while you try to get that isolation going. Oh yeah, that's too much.
What size are these purples?
These are 26/8. And I'm really like obsessed with playing with just one of them right now. Like I'm really digging small hoop flow. I like my big 34-inch just because I really like chest hooping a lot. But I really love this one because I think you can just get more dancey. You can focus a lot more on like what the rest of your body's doing.
Mm-hmm. Can you hoop with that little thing?
Mm-hmm.
Waist hoop with that little thing?
Oh God, no. Nope, I can't do hardly any on body. I can get like a jump through or a wedgie, but even then, like I've done a couple like revolving door tricks where I've gotten stuck in it and I felt like I was gonna crack it because I was like pulling it. Which is why I'm trying to gracefully figure out transitions because I'd like to be able to play with my purple one and then gracefully switch into a bigger hoop during a song. All I've really gotten down now is just like toss it to the side and pick up your other one,
You're like, wait a minute, let me go get my other one.
Screw this one. I'm done now.
Like the move that you were showing earlier where you hang it behind your back and let it drop?
Yeah.
My hoops are big. So when it drops down, it's at my damn ankle.
You know what? Hold on, let me get my... Because, like, this is the one that like I said, this girl just randomly came up to me. This one's a 3/4, so it's not like, and it's a 34-inch. Like the diameter doesn't bother me very much, but the thickness is really hard to pinch and pull it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of again that same concept. If you put your hand up, this is a 34-inch, and I'm only like 5'2". If you put your hand up high enough and catch it, it'll go right there. And then, like I told Martin, I always take my hand and guide it. As soon as I let go of it, I push it right here and guide that hoop over.
I have to just hold my hand up higher. Yeah, no. I would have to be 10 foot tall with this damn hoop. Wait.
You can just drop it. I've seen it done that way. I might not have enough room here.
I'm going to get my smaller one. Hold on.
Stop.
That's the hard part is the drop, you know.
Yeah, the straight drop. Yeah.
Another way I saw, which I'll show Anna when she gets back too, is just doing, you know, where you have it just kind of laced on your back like that, and then just pinching and grabbing.
Yeah.
I just can't pinch them. Like I feel like I get them, but then I can't just with my leg alone bring it back around. I have to use my hand to guide it. I've been like super obsessing with folds recently, in different ways to like do like, you know, like contrasting movements and folds. I'm really focusing hard on breaking my current that I normally want to go into, which like I'll notice like a whole song I'll play going to the right. So I'm really thinking, how can I stop and break it and go back the other way, you know? And I swear folds have been my go-to recently.
Okay. Let me try this small one.
Another one I saw Anna too was just going like, you know how people have the hoop
Like
kind of like with their arms out, and then you kind of let it drop just enough and pinch and fold it over.
Oh, okay. That one might work.
I said, I think that's how I think that's how I was doing it when the girl was like, oh, I've seen it done this way, and she showed me that other way, which I still feel like kind of happened.
Ooh. Oh, that works better.
It kind of fits a little bit better in that position, I think.
Yeah, it works better, and like you said, I can guide it. So it works better.
I'm really trying to get some one-legged hooping down, and I'm having a hard time with it.
I can't get knee hooping down and save my ever-loving life.
What hoop do you use the most? What size is it?
Huh?
What hoop do you use the most? What size is it?
I have this 35, and then I have a 38. Those are two I use the most.
I want like my biggest one is my 34, but I feel like I want like a 38, like something just a little bit bigger to play around with, you know.
Oh, this one's 39.
I have my first one was a 42. Wow. Yeah, it's huge. It's fucking heavy as balls.
I think my biggest one is only a 36.
This is the 42.
Oh, look at that.
You can't even see in the screen. So huge.
Is it a poly or is it like the PSI hoops?
No, it's the PSIs. It's fucking heavy.
Also, I don't even know the last time I touched my big PSI one. I love it, but it's like anytime I try using it now, it's like, oh my god, this is so heavy.
So heavy, it hurts my arm.
Yeah. My first one was 42. Yeah.
And what's the smallest tube you have, Martin?
I didn't have it all written down. I think this one's 21. No way.
Which one is your favorite? It's getting so cold too. I can't even like really practice brakes in my garage. I gotta like be careful with them.
Okay, so the only problem is I flip it in. It goes too low, like it's by my knees. I have to.
I've seen that coin flip. Have you ever seen that where people like throw it from in front into a coin flip, and then it's like the same concept where they'll catch it in that toss behind their knee and bring it back around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even get it. I've tried so many times to get it, and I can't get it to hook on my leg, but it does it.
I don't think I can do that. I can do that. I can do that one. I can do it where I put it on the floor most times. I can put it on the floor and throw it up with my foot and then just go into it. But
I really like you guys done. I haven't ever done one like the rolling one where it like rolls and then you pick it up with your foot.
how is that?
I don't know if I can even. I don't even know if it would work. I never practiced it, but like you just roll it and then nope. You try to catch it on your foot right as it. Oh, a little bit there.
Wait. You don't like to do it as if it's rolling towards you.
Like I can't get it to roll right back. Every time I try doing like the circus start and stuff or whatever it is, I can't get it to come straight back to me. It always goes.
Yeah, it's really difficult, and then you kind of have to run after it. Yeah.
There we go. A little bit of one.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, no, there you go. But it goes too low sometimes.
Now I gotta try it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing for me to like try to understand until Rachel last showed those leg breaks. Was like if I'm losing my wedgie, how to get it back up into the right position. And for some reason, when she showed me that leg break thing, it was like, oh, that makes total sense now.
So then what do you do once you get it back over?
Like in the continuous,
You
want to do that same thing
I so can I see your legs.
where you, like it's kicked up right here, as it goes over, you're gonna like really jerk that leg to the side and up really quick. So it's like, or again, I cheat, because if you're going really fast and you're slow, no one ever sees what that is. As I kick it over, I just grab it off to the side and kind of flip it into the right position.
Okay.
I really want to get the one that Frank Olmsted always teaches, that one where you go, I can do it when I'm going slow, but never in flow, where you bring your foot, where you go from the escalator and then push it back, and keep your foot like that, and you slowly bring it down, and then you're ready to wedgie, but it's like, it's hard to get.
Wait, do that again?
So you have it like you're going to do an escalator,
Uh-huh.
but then you push it behind you, and you let your other leg go in. I'm going to turn here and show you. And lock it in like that. Slide it back down so your feet are together. Now you're in the wedgie position to pick it up.
I'm going to break the hell out of this hoop.
Weird.
If you're like a right-handed hooper, start with your left leg. It's a lot easier.
Okay.
And then you bring it back around and hook your foot in.
Hell no. I'm
Yeah.
going to
And then you just slide it down together and release. One I'm going to break it too. Like I feel this one's like the 30-inch, so kind of like I'm just almost too short where I feel like I'm squatting down really low on it when I put it in that position.
My daughter's. She's so goddamn tiny. No, there's no way. You just feel like it's gonna break.
That's how I think you have to have a hoop that is definitely lower than, you know, your crotch. Because with my 34-inch, I don't even try it because I feel like I'm gonna break it. I think Emma Keller taught that one. She did like a 15-second tutorial on how to do it. It was like, that's sweet. I just can't do it from the other side.
I'm just now getting to the point where I can wedgie, and I don't even get it all the time. So it'll take me some time.
Keep your knees like pinched together.
It happens sometimes, not all the time. Then I always end up hitting myself some kind of way.
It's like when you do the leg breaks, which is, you know, you're doing the same wedgie motion of crisscrossing your leg.
Uh-huh.
A really big gap in between your knees. So it goes, this is what I'm trying to do. It goes like this. And that's where a lot of people can go into one-legged hooping. Go down. So that was where it finally clicked for me, where when you're losing your wedgie, to really squeeze the crap out of your knees and your upper thighs. Like, block them as tight as you can as you're crisscrossing them. Okay. What are you doing?
My dog will not come over here when I'm hooping. She's like,
just like anything that moves, though. We have like a little rocking gaming chair out here that we sit in. If that thing moves for a second, she like runs to the door and like hides. It's like, you're such a baby. You're such a baby. Yeah, no, so I'm totally obsessing with folds right now. And I did one in a video that will like never happen again until I really drill it. That I really, really like. But it was like, I think I showed part of it. Like where you do the drop and the toss. But the way I caught it, I pulled it all crazy, and then I brought it down. But I really like when you catch, like when I do my rolls, I really suck and I never catch them in my hand. It usually ends up on my wrist. So that's a really good way to go into that hold trick is as soon as it's on your wrist, so like if it's on your wrist, where I normally catch it right here, you're going to kind of swing it down and forward and flip your arm under, and then you're in the ready position to flip it back up and do whatever you want with it. Like folds, I think, are a really good filler piece. Anytime you're in a position where I don't know what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it. That's what it is. I think that's one of my favorites right now is I'll go from just holding it out to flipping it up and then just go down into a jump.
And reposition.
Yeah, like fold it. I can't jump through this tiny one. I need to stop. I'm going to break it trying to do jumpers.
Yeah, I did actually land on one of mine. It's got a dent in it somewhere.
From doing what?
I did sort of doing a reverse jump through, actually landed on one of my hoops and he's got a big dent in it. I think I managed to straighten it out, just sort of pinching it like that. But they are cheap hoops as well.
Like, seriously, I have such a hard time with backwards jumps. Like, I just can't do it. I feel like I'm so uncoordinated. Every time I have to literally do 1 foot at a time, and they're like really slow and drawn out. Because every time I try to, it's like I feel like I'm gonna fall on my face.
Yeah.
He has to fill up his phone. He has to make sure he starts his chores.
What's like a go-to? I've never seen you post a full like song. Do you like to drill, or do you like when you're at home you sit there and
Circumstances where I said because
like jam out to music?
every couple of weeks we're getting another call from some other teacher for some other reason. Be back, guys.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Can I help you? So, like, what's a go-to trick of yours? Like, I said, folds are mine right now. Anytime I'm, like, stuck and I don't know what to do, I fold the hoop in kind of a crazy way, but...
Ooh. Good dog.
She's such a baby. She's only, like, 1.5 years, so she's such a baby. Yeah. Sit down. Sit down.
I'm trying to think. I think the vortex is my all-time favorite trick.
The two-handed?
Yeah. I could kind of do the one-handed, but it feels really weird.
That's how the two-handed feels for me. I feel like I just don't... Like, I really have to, like, push the hand when I, like, let go to, like, really lift it off. It doesn't feel like it's a smooth movement for me.
Yeah. Kind of... It's another trick I can't do, because I'll actually hit the bed. Because, yeah, I've got... You can't see, but this way I've got quite a lot of space. But, the bed's up to here, so it's...
Takes up
down. Yeah, otherwise, but I kind of think of it as 2 corners, that you catch it here, you first transfers here, you can see that, can't you?
Yeah.
Second one's here, so you transfer here, so your hands meet here and here, and that's what your arms are doing, is just, and you've got to be bring it down quite hard. If you let it slow down, it's hard to speed it up again, I find. So you've got to, if you're doing it that, the left hand has got to go pretty hard. It can't just sort of.
I'm wondering if it's just because I'm using my small hoop anymore that it's not. Yeah, I can see like here.
Right.
I don't know why. This is like I really feel like I have to really pull with my other arm and like duck out of it, you know. And that's usually what it does on the way back up. I'm gonna try with the bigger one.
Mm.
It may just be because I'm too big for that little tiny hoop. But see, like the one-handed, I used to drill it a lot. I love the one-handed. I just, for some reason, every time I try to do it, I have to like really feel like I'm like pushing it.
Yeah. Stand on a box or something, then I can do it.
It looks like you're grabbing it, though. It looks like you're grabbing it in the back instead of like floating it in the back.
That's what I feel. I feel like it's not a smooth transition. Maybe I need to just slow it down when I bring it down. I feel like I literally am having to like grab it and like yank it back up. Oh, I swear that just made all the difference right there. I think I just bring it down too hard.
cannot do the one-handed one because it always gets stuck on my body.
And see, that's the one that makes like the most sense to me. For some reason, I get that one, but I feel like I'm just like really clumsy with the two-hand. Every time I start to do it, I'm like,
One. But I cannot get the one-handed. It just seems like it's, I don't know.
I think just like with that one, the only thing I do is I just make sure my hand, like the width of the hoop is really out over me. Because you just bring your hand down and back up, but you just got to catch the hoop where there's enough space where you can smoothly bring it down and back up. Because your hand doesn't really do that much. It just kind of does like a little.
I guess I wasn't spinning fast enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the spinning that keeps it flat.
Ugh.
This was like one of my go-to tricks for a while. I think when I was dancing, I always did the one-handed. Like, it just seems like the most easy, especially if you're already up in the air. You might as well just pop it down for a second, you know. I was trying to get Corinne on here to teach her isolation because she does them so clean in her isopops and all these other ones I just really love. But she said maybe next week she'll be able to come on and give some tips or tricks on it.
Who's that, sorry?
Corinne.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, her isolations are so smooth. I just think they're really great. She was at work late, or a little later tonight, and she was going out with her husband, but I said, let me know, because we'll do it next weekend, or next week.
Question. I saw you do a video that I was watching today, and you ghosted off to one side.
Mm-hmm.
And then you came back, and I have no idea what you did to the other side.
So the one that I've been getting stuck in, because I kind of only do the same ones, is you're basically doing the linear isolation. You're doing that pop, bring back over here, back down. But your hand is just like guiding it. So like that, you go over here. My left hand's just on the back of it. Right here, I let my hand, even if I'm gripping it, you let go a little bit to pass the other hand. And you bring, only controlling with my left hand, bring it back this way. So again, like my left hand's doing all the work there. And most of the time I don't even hold on to the hoop. I just kind of have my fingers like behind it. So you're just making a full circle at, let's see, 9. You're going to be to your right. Your hands are crossing. You bring it back. Should be at 12 and 6 in front of you. Left hand still pulling down. It doesn't switch. Then you don't hear it 3 again. You lift up your right hand and let it come over the other hand. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that does.
It almost looks like snow.
I would say it looks like it's going. It is so.
It doesn't feel that cold.
So I'm not sure. Does that make any sense, Anna?
I'm ISO popping it. This pass.
Yeah, we did this in hoop class as well, though I never quite got it.
I get that part. I'm popping it this way. And am I switching hands and going back this way, or?
So the left hand, I'm using my left hand to hold, to do the grip. So like I said, your left hand's always holding. So even if you just practice like a regular ghosting, right? How do I do this? So when I practice my ghosting, I usually start off this way. My left hand is with my thumb down and my pinky up.
Mm-hmm.
My right hand's just gripping it.
You left-handed or right-handed?
Hmm.
You left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed, but for some reason, when I ghost, I feel like it's a lot easier to control it with my left hand than it is my right hand.
I did just notice that, yeah.
For some reason, I use my left hand for isolations, and I like to go counterclockwise from your point of view, I guess. Clockwise for me. What is that?
No, it's counterclockwise.
It's counterclockwise. Okay, so that's how I do it. So if I practice, like, I started just standing still and doing it because you're doing the same motion. The only difference is you're going to push with the hand that's controlling it. So, it's fine. So we got, you know, your hands are doing that, and I'm meeting at 12 and 6. My left hand's holding on to it. My right hand literally is just, like, barely. Like, that's how I hold it when I do it. It's not even on there, really. It's just kind of for show. So then So then my left hand pushes down as my right hand comes over. Sorry, my dogs are loud. Because I'm meeting at 3 with the pinky meeting. Now your left hand still not, or your right, your right hand still doesn't do anything. You're going to let it go and come up on the other side of it. And your right hand is still going to push down and complete its isolation as that hand just follows it. So like if you just stand there, just do an isolation and make the opposite hand just stay opposite, like mirror it. That's how I practice it. I just stand here and I'll hold my hand open and just try to really focus on the timing of my hands more than like if I'm playing the screen and everything. So that's what makes a really good ISO, is that they're meeting right at 3 and 9 every time. And so then when you're moving it, you're doing the ISO pop. You're doing that same thing, but you're letting your hand that's gripping it push it at 3 and 9 to the opposite side. So here at the 9, I'm going to let them cross. My left hand comes down. I'm sorry, my right hand, I keep saying that wrong. And as that happens, I let it rotate over here so they meet again at 3. And then they switch again. So just think every time you're at 3 and 9, push it to the other side. And you're still always keeping the same grip with the same hand. And like you can even do it like down. This is the one I'm trying to get now. Is like I'll try to go, you know, doing right, left. Then I'll let my hand, instead of going back to the right, I'll let it drop and let the hoop drop down. So my hands come to the top, and then they crisscross, and only one hand grips, and they push up. So that way you kind of get like that full cross motion with it. But the down and up seem a lot harder to me than the up, right to left. And while you're doing, like in the isolation, how the dominant hand has to do the, you know, where you let it rotate over the back of your hand, that's the only time I really let my non-dominant hand, the one that's just kind of gripping it, I'll actually hold it for a second with that hand while this hand's doing its switch to keep that playing nice and clean. So like every time it does that little switch, I kind of grasp it with my other hand until my left hand can get back into being in control. And I know it's silly, but I swear moving around with it, like if you're going to stand still, you have to have a really fucking clean ghost. You know, like it's really noticeable. So when you push it off to the side, go to the side with it. Like it just keeps it where like, I think, you know, if you keep your body kind of distracted from the fact that like, yeah, I'm not doing it perfect right now, it still looks like it's perfect, you know? Okay. I love this little tiny hoop. That, you know, probably plays a big part of it, too. Is, again, this is the 20, like, I can't ghost with my big one, like, at all. It doesn't look smooth or nice. That's the next one I'm trying to get, where when you get to the side in your ghost, you flip it, and then continue your ghost to the other side. I still don't have that one quite. I get confused when I do it for some reason. I'm trying to think of another good one. I've been working with some really fun stuff. Like I said, the choreography has really been like, I'm in this group. The guy that created the hooping game, Jebediah, he created another one called Internal Dance that I really, really like. And most of it's not really about like flow arts, but just about like organic movement and moving because you want to, not because that's where you think you're supposed to go in the next step. And that's been really fun. Like it's kind of opened up some new things for me to play with. Where again, it's like I don't have to drill tricks, and a lot of tricks I don't have to worry about being super clean because so much of it, when you add it in to, you know, really organic movement with your body, the hoop becomes like the partner in the dance, and it's not really like what's focused on. You know, you start focusing on your body more, which is a really fun place to be, I think. I've really been enjoying it the past couple months.
All right, guys. I gotta get out of here.
I did too. I did not realize it was 7:30, but
it's been real, people.
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully next week. I'm still trying to get a couple of different people to come in and help show a few different tricks they know. Cashmere's been doing some really fun things, so we're trying to hope she's going to come in next week for us. But I will. I'll kind of just maybe post it in the same event that I did for this one. So.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem, guys. I hope you have a good night. Martin, I'm sure. What time is it there? Is it like 2?
Me?
Yeah, what time is it? Where are you?
midnight, midnight, so it's Tuesday.
Oh.
Nice.
Good night, sir.
Have a good night, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.